What's up, folks? It's your buddy Fatalroadie. Tonight we're going to be doing the Smackdown review. We started off with Randy Orton coming out. Then we have a recap of what happened between him and Jeff Hardy. He tells the crowd that he's erased the Enigma and that his destruction is on their hands. He then walks backstage. Then we have Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair talking. They take a quick stab at Bayley and Sasha Banks. Which brings us to our first match, Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair versus the Iconics. Carmel is at the commentary. The Iconics come out with microphones, so as usual, I hit the mute button. It sounded a lot better after that. But this was actually a pretty decent match. There was a lot of back and forth. Charlotte Flair got the figure 8 on Peyton Royce for the win. After this, we got a Samoa Joe recap from last week. Then AJ Styles comes out. He responds to the comments made by Samoa Joe. And after an impassioned speech by AJ Styles, he says that Samoa Joe will be lucky if he's able to walk out of SummerSlam. Backstage, we find out that Rusev, Aiden English, and the ravishing American Lana have made up, which goes into our next match, Zelina Vega versus Lana. Andrade Almas and Rusev are at ringside. This is an okay match. ACA got up onto the apron to distract Lana, which got Rusev involved. As they fight at ringside, Aiden English comes out to help, knocking Lana off the top rope. Zelina Vega got the knees on Lana for the pin. Then Byron Saxton's in the ring having an interview with The Miz on the Titantron because The Miz is on set of his show. Basically, this is nothing but The Miz running down Daniel Bryan. And during said rant, Daniel Bryan must have found where the set for Miz and Mrs. was, because he pops up and beats down The Miz. He fights with the security guards, and The Miz hits Daniel Bryan with a vase. After a rather confusing interview backstage with Shinsuke Nakamura and R-Truth getting involved, we have our next match, Shinsuke Nakamura versus R-Truth. Despite this being a glorified squash match, it was actually pretty good. R-Truth showed a lot of offense, looked rather impressive, but Shinsuke Nakamura got the Kinshasa for the pin. We then have the Bludgeon Brothers versus 3 jobbers. As you can guess, this is going to be a squash match. Harper and Rowan hit the Doomsday device, and Harper got the pin. We then come to our main event, The Bar versus the New Day in the finals for the tag team tournament to face the Bludgeon Brothers at SummerSlam. This was a really good match. There was a ton of offense, a million near falls. I honestly thought this was going to end up turning into a triple threat at SummerSlam, and there were some pretty nasty segments, such as when Big E went for a splash on Cesaro on the apron, and Cesaro moved and Big E slammed the apron hard. But Kofi Kingston got the pin on Cesaro after hitting the Midnight Hour. As the New Day celebrate in the ring, the Bludgeon Brothers are out in the crowd looking on, and we close tonight's SmackDown. This SmackDown was 1,000 times better than last night's Raw. The Lana and Zelina Vega match was repetitive from last week, and I know I always get on WWE for that, but being the fact that they're using that match to forward the storyline with Rusev and Aiden English, I'll give it a little leeway. Other than that, the rest of the matches were really good, and it had a pretty good pace to it. I liked it, and I'm interested to see what's going to go on with Rusev and Aiden English heading into SummerSlam. But that'll do it for this episode of SmackDown Review. Leave a comment down below what you thought of tonight's SmackDown or what you thought of this video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to share and subscribe. I've been Fatalroadie. You've been awesome. Thank you very much for watching. And remember, if it's too loud, you're too old. See ya.